Good morning, and welcome to another edition of Inside Cape Cod. I'm Mina GREENE, and I have Massachusetts Representative Stephen Xiarhos with me this morning once again. And you are not representing Massachusetts right now. You are representing your son for Big Nick's Ride, which is coming up again. My pleasure. Many years we've been doing this together.
Yes.
Are you going to make me cry again this year?
It might happen.
I know.
It's just all from the heart.
Yeah. So we have Stephen Xiarhos. We have
Don Roche.
Jim Matthews.
Very good. So nice to see all of you again. It's nice and cozy in here with all of
Yes.
us. Yeah. So let's talk about it. Now, you've been doing this since 2009.
16 years
Wow.
since we
Lost him.
received that horrible news, July 23rd, 2009. Broke our hearts. And
But you've turned it into something very, very positive.
yes, thank God. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't a plan, but maybe it was,
Yeah.
right?
It was somebody else's plan.
Yes. And here we are 16 years later with Jim and Dawn and you, and
Yeah.
we've touched thousands of lives,
Yeah.
from New Zealand to California to Greece to Germany,
It blows
and right
my
back
mind.
here on Cape Cod. It's amazing.
It blows my mind what
It-
the people that you've touched and have reached out to you,
Yes.
because your story is so amazing. And your son is so amazing.
It's all really Nick and all the fallen,
Of
anyone
course.
that goes off to a foreign land to serve our country, to defend freedom, to respect Old Glory, our American flag, and it
Protect
comes
us.
at a price. And, Nick paid it
Yeah, he did.
at 21, and it kills me.
I know. Even though it's been 16 years, that's something that can never go away, and it never will.
Sometimes it's getting worse.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is. Now, what about the event this year?
Oh, it's amazing. Thanks to Jim, Don, and the two Todds. There's two Todds that help us. We have
great.
a team. And I think what's special is it's all volunteers.
Yeah.
So we meet once a month. We just had like 50 people on Monday night come together to help plan this. All volunteers. The ride this year is July 20th. It's always right around the day of Nick's death, usually the third Sunday of the month.
Right.
And we ride Harleys and any kind of motorcycle that you can come up with. And it's over 1,000 motorcycles.
Yes, I can't get over
Yeah,
that.
that come from all over
Yeah.
the world. One guy came from New Zealand, like we've talked about. And we do it to honor the 16 from Cape Cod that died for freedom. And even just as important, the ones that served and made it home,
Right.
that have the hidden wounds of war, and we need to have their backs, and
We do.
it all comes together on July 20th.
Yes, it does. And actually, I remember, I think it was last year, they said the homeless man had passed away, and they found out that he was a I think he was a Vietnam veteran. And, they, all of a sudden, as soon as the other veterans found out about it, and I went to the ceremony. I knew it was going to be.
Yes.
And I went to the ceremony, and it was raining, and it was just beautiful, though. It was beautiful, and the 21 gun salute
Yes.
and everything, and to see this poor man, I wish we could have helped him when he was still with us.
Yes.
But it was it wasn't rain running down my face.
Those are tears
Yeah.
from heaven.
Yeah.
And when you hear the sound of the motorcycles,
Yes.
remember, I never rode in my life.
Right.
And during the funeral, which was just the worst day ever,
Of course it
of
was.
Nick, and we're in that funeral car, and I was broken, and I heard the sound of the motorcycles. I don't remember seeing them, but I remember hearing them passing us
Right.
as we were being escorted. And that's when I looked at Lisa and I said, "Do you hear that?" She said, "Yes." And we said, "We're not alone."
Nope.
And that gave us strength and led to this. And hopefully this year, if people are generous and come to the ride and stand on the side of the road and wave flags.
We'd love to do that.
Yeah, and come to the celebration afterwards. We're hoping to pass over $1 million.
Wouldn't that be lovely?
Yes, of donations and sponsorships, and every penny is given away because we're all volunteers.
Right.
And we get to change people's lives. And I know that's what Nick and all the fallen would want. Don't forget
No
them.
question.
but live the dream and help others.
Yeah, I know. And that's what you've been doing now for 16 years. You've been helping people live their dreams.
Amen. And it's a lot of work.
Oh.
And without Dawn and Jim and all those volunteers, it wouldn't happen, because it's not my family doing it.
No.
Like, we struggle on that weekend.
Of course you do.
But to see like everybody come together and honor the fallen and strengthen the living, and having Vietnam veterans come up to me crying on my shoulder because they finally feel thanked.
And seen.
Yes.
And seen.
It's way bigger than we know.
I worked with, when I lived in New York, and I worked on the end of Long Island, and I met a gentleman for the first time, and I didn't know his background yet or anything, but he introduced me when I came in through the door, and I said my name. He introduced me to everyone and said, "This is my future ex-wife." And I laughed. It wasn't the case. It wasn't the case. But he made me laugh, and he just seemed like such a giving and nice person. And it was not long after that I found out that he was a Vietnam vet. And there were a lot of scars and a lot of deep buried
There are.
memories.
And
And yet he was the kindest person ever.
Yes, and we have to learn from that.
Yes, we do.
And we take care of our veterans. And, I've served now as a state representative on the Veteran Affairs Committee. Like, somehow that was meant to be, and to be there to stand up for our veterans and their widows when they pass.
And their families.
Yes, like,
kids.
we need to support them for the rest of their lives.
Right. Now, where is it going to start, Big Nick's?
It always starts at the Barnstable County Sheriff's Department. God bless Sheriff.
Love her.
Yes.
Absolutely.
She's amazing. Jim Cummings before her, now Sheriff Buckley. I mean, we surround an active prison with 1,000 motorcycles.
I know. I
And
think it's great.
it's really special, even for the people that are inside, that are incarcerated. They can hear the sound of freedom,
And they know what's going on.
and they, maybe will be smarter when they get out, and do good things. And
Yeah. Actually,
so we start at the jail. We have an incredible ceremony with guest speakers. This year it's a Marine colonel who led Nick and another one,
Really?
Andrew, in war in Afghanistan. He's coming to be the guest speaker. And
have you ever met him before?
I've never met him.
That's going to be, talk about tears. That's going to be.
Yes. So,
Yes.
they call that the Summer of Decision. So in 2009, President Obama sent 12,000 Marines to Afghanistan. That hasn't happened since Vietnam.
Right.
And it was a horrible battle. And Nick's battalion lost 14 young men. And here we are 16 years later. And thanks to Jim and Dawn and everybody, we honor them. And we're not done yet. We're
No.
going to keep going strong.
You are.
And as long as we're alive, we're going to help as many people as we can.
Of course you are. And now where does the ride starts at the jail. I had the opportunity of interviewing the sheriff last year. And,
Oh, you did?
Yes, and I got to go in, and
Yes.
I got to meet the women. They were painting a beautiful mural.
Wow.
And it was intense, and she's just amazing. She really is. And so it's going to start at the jail.
Yes.
And then
Jim,
what's
tell
your
us.
route, Jim?
Yes.
Well, then we hit.
Gotta get in there, buddy.
We get on MacArthur Boulevard.
Yep.
And then over to the Canal Road, and then down 6A all the way, and cut across over to Sea Dog, around in South Dennis. One thing I might mention too is we've got well over a dozen businesses along the route that are going to have watch parties.
Wonderful.
And we'll be waving to them as we go by. And and the other thing too is we're going to be live streaming from my motorcycle and from one of the Jeeps as well. So that'll be on YouTube and on Facebook.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we've done that recently, thanks to Jim, and wow. So people all over the world can actually watch Big Nick's ride live. And one of them that did that is Nick's mom, Lisa. She doesn't go to the beginning.
Right.
It's too emotional.
Of course it is.
And there's about 100 of Nick's Marine friends and high school friends, and their loved ones. They all gather at Lisa's house in Yarmouthport.
And they do a watch party.
And they stand on the side of the street at Nick's bus stop.
Oh.
And the ride goes by. and they see and feel the 1,000 motorcycles going by. But last year, thanks to Jim, they were able to watch it, the opening ceremony, which they've never really got to see, and then the ride goes by, and then they all joined us at Sea Dogs in South Yarmouth, where it ends. And for the first time, we got to celebrate together.
Wow.
And that was really something for me.
I'll bet. I can tell. You're doing it to me again. But what a wonderful thing. What a wonderful gift where you could all share it together.
Yes.
So, Jim?
It's a tough one to follow.
It is.
It's something to witness, you know, when you
I'll
see
bet.
all of this. I'm a 10-year washer-shore, and I got on the Cape here, and I was a solo rider, and found out about Big Nick's ride, and met Steve, and met the group running it, and
you're a
here I
full-
am
you're
10
a
years later.
Full Cape Codder now.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
definitely
Oh,
a
yeah.
full Cape
Yeah.
Codder. Yeah, I came
Yeah.
here in 1993. So I've actually lived here longer than I ever lived in New York. So I consider myself a Massachusettsite.
That's the way.
Massachusettsite? I don't know if that's a word.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've lived here longer, and I love it. I
But
just
yeah,
love it.
just totally inspired by the whole story, by Steve, obviously, and
people-
just ingrained in the community, you know, through Big Nick's ride.
Yeah.
You know, Steve says it's not his family doing it, but it is a huge family that's doing
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah, Jim has a saying: faith, family, friends, flag, freedom, forever.
Yeah.
And that's really says it all.
It does.
And you know, you mentioned Massachusetts. We're the ones that started America. So I'm a born and raised Massachusetts man.
I love
and
it.
I'm proud of that.
You should be.
Yeah. So 250 years ago,
Wow.
farmers fought back and created America, right? Started in Massachusetts. We've lost 36,000 men and women fighting for freedom since the shot heard around the world in Lexington. 36,000 just from Massachusetts. And here's Nick, you know, carrying on that sacrifice.
Yeah.
And that's who we are. Like, you know, I love America, and I'm proud to be from Massachusetts. I'm proud to be a former cop. My son now, Alex, is a cop. Nick wanted to be a police officer. And in some ways, it's all coming together. You know, we're celebrating freedom. We're showing others
That we can.
that, you know, you got to rise above whatever's going on and be grateful to be alive and
Yes.
free and be proud to be an American. And we've always said if you give people a way to show it, they will. And that's what this really is. You get over 1,000 motorcycles.
Yeah, you do.
And thousands of people it's 35 miles long.
Yeah.
So we get to see not only the opening ceremony, but 35 miles of
People standing,
Yes.
waving flags,
Yes.
and supporting,
Saluting,
Nick's big
crying.
ride. Yes.
Veterans and people that can barely walk at some points,
Yeah.
and they force themselves to stand and salute.
They do.
And at the same time, the Massachusetts State Police helicopter is flying over us.
Yeah.
And to me, that's Nick as an angel, like watching over us.
Absolutely. And you're doing it for a very wonderful cause. You
Yes.
know, and it's getting bigger and bigger every year, so it should be Nick's bigger ride.
Yeah, and that's a good point. So anyone that's listening, like, come out, like, stand on the side of the road. If you ride, come and ride. It's only $20. You get to be fully escorted. There's nothing like it. And then at the end, at Sea Dogs in Yarmouth, you get to celebrate. There's music, there's food, and it's the best $20 you'll ever spend.
I was just going to say, that is the best $20.
We should raise it, actually. But every penny goes to helping someone, and it's a scholarship. It's it's helping Cape and Islands Veterans Outreach.
Yes.
Whatever's out there, we will help, and it's really beautiful.
It is.
Yeah, I've had the opportunity to have 3 passengers over the years.
Have you really?
Who have never been in the ride before.
I
And
know,
to
I
hear-
want to do it myself.
Hey,
Well-
yeah, you're on if you want to. Yes.
Well,
My brothers all rode motorcycles.
We'll work on that.
My mother
Because I have
would love it.
another guest this year.
Oh,
Never been
well,
on there
I don't know.
before. There's some
don't know.
competition there, but
I know,
but
there's probably a
but
lot
to
of
hear
competition.
their
I'll be-
responses going along there, it's absolutely wonderful. And just to add what Steve was saying, we really have to thank Sea Dog
Yes.
Brew Pub. They have been
step up.
absolutely outstanding
Every year.
for everything that they do for
Yeah.
us. And then the other folks we need to thank is that Steve mentioned us being escorted. The Massachusetts Motorcycle Unit that escorts us, they're phenomenal
Yeah.
in keeping us safe and keeping the ride going smoothly.
That's right. So that's the
Beautiful.
Massachusetts State Police Motor Unit and the Cape Cod Motorcycle Unit.
How could
It's
I
really special. And I checked with the state police the other day, one of the leaders, and I said, "Are we all set for Big Nick's ride?" He said, "Are you kidding, sir?" We look forward to this
Every
year.
Yep, absolutely.
And we get to be escorted, we get to be loved and respected, and it's all because some kid named Nick, volunteered to fight for our freedom.
A very special kid.
Yes,
Nick.
and he, I've never seen his body.
You don't need to.
This is the last time I saw him, so
Oh.
this is a picture of him and I
I
hugging.
can see that.
And he was crushing me.
I'm
And
sure
I
he
didn't
was.
want to let him go, and
It's
I
almost
had
like
to.
he knew.
I think so. He knew he was going to a very bad and dangerous place.
And he knew he wanted to give you the biggest hug
He
that he could
did.
ever give you.
And I gave him a coin. In my hand is a prayer coin,
Uh-huh.
footprints in the sand.
Oh, I love that.
And I gave it to him, and I said, "Nick, you come home to me."
Mm.
And
Said, I will.
he did, in a flag draped coffin. And then 3 weeks later, because Nick's Marines had to keep fighting.
Yeah,
They don't come back from Afghanistan, they
Right.
fight.
they do.
And they seek the enemies of our country, and they kill them. And it's horrible. War is horrible.
It's terrible.
It's horrible. I hope we never do it again.
Yeah.
It comes at a price, and I paid it.
Yeah.
But
And
3 weeks later, after Nick's body came home, and after we buried it, and after all that, a Marine showed up from Afghanistan
Really?
to my home, and he said, "Sir, this was in Nick's pocket,"
you got the coin back?
and he gave me that coin back.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Now that's an honorable man.
That's
As
what
they all are.
Yes.
As they all are.
They all are, men and women, but in infantry battalions, it's 1,000 young men,
Yeah.
led by a colonel who's probably 25, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
They're just
and
kids. They're
that
babies.
that man is going to be our guest speaker.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
so
that's
it's
lovely.
really incredible.
That's
And
that's
he's
beautiful.
so proud to come, and he's never met me,
Hmm.
And so those Marines that served, and all the soldiers and all the services that made it home, they pay a price, and many of them are doing well, and that's what we want.
That's the most important
Yes.
part.
Go on, live your lives, live your dream, just like Nick would want.
Right.
But we need to make sure we thank them, because they're heroes.
They are. And, this is a great way to thank them. Excuse me, to honor all of them.
Yes.
With Nick's big ride.
Yes.
You're honoring Nick here on the Cape, but it's really in honor of all of them.
Yes, and
And
it's
Without them, we wouldn't be here.
Yes, and we didn't plan it that way, but maybe Nick and God did.
Maybe. Yep. Wonderful.
Yeah. So we had a new coin made this year.
Did you?
Yes.
Awesome.
And it has 16 gold stars on it,
Uh-huh.
and it has the Big Nick's Ride logo, which is
Really?
a shield with an X on it.
I see it on your hat.
Yeah, and angel wings, because Nick is an angel.
Yes, he is.
And he's holding his shield, protecting us.
Yep.
And I want you to have that coin.
No, really?
Yes.
Stephen. Stephen, thank you so much. It's really beautiful.
That's why we ride.
I will treasure this as I've treasured the stars you've given me in the past from the flags and just the memories that you've shared with me. And, excuse me.
Yeah.
But I want to thank you for coming. Once again, Nick's Big Ride, the date,
July 20th,
Okay.
2025.
Beginning.
It's a way to show love and respect for our fallen and for all the men and women that have served our country
Yes.
since day one.
Absolutely. They deserve to be honored
Yes,
in this way. And it begins at the sheriff's office,
yes.
and we go on to the Sea Dog,
In South Yarmouth.
35 miles, and he's with you on your shoulder all the way.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Stephen, for coming in today. Don, you too, Jim. Thank
Sure.
you. I feel like your family. How many
Yeah.
times have I cried in front of you guys?
Yeah, well, that's the price of love.
Sure.
It is. It is. Thank you so much for sharing your story, and thank you so much, all of you, for what you do for our veterans.
Amen. God bless.
And again.